30 years ago, our region was starting from scratch, building legal systems, economies and trust, with little more than a vision and wish for the better.
When I was a student doing my final thesis in the early 90s in Finland concerning the Baltic business legislation, I had a chance to travel a lot in Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia. I met very interesting people there. And then I started to have a dream that one day I could create a true pan-Baltic law firm.
Over the last 30 years, the Baltic countries have built thriving economies, modern legal systems, and more importantly, international credibility. The achievements we once considered possible only in our wildest dreams.
This progress was the work of more than a single institution. Entrepreneurs, businesses, and communities all pushed forward together, each contributing to the strengths of our region.
It is courage and trust of our clients that enables us to drive meaningful change. We are grateful for every opportunity to contribute as they shape what comes next.
Our contribution with EKI was that we made the local market very competitive. As local investors, we also brought a different business ethic. We certainly had a different understanding of business, how to keep your word and honor and contracts and respecting contracts.
The bypass enables each driver to save up to 30 minutes in its way, both directions. KEKAVA bypass has proven that PPP is a perfect vehicle on how to develop the public infrastructure in a situation with a limited budget resources.
Rail Baltica will connect Europe with us by constructing European gauge, which will change our behavior of traveling. It is obvious when to reach from Vilnius, Warsaw or Riga with train within 3 or 2.5 hours, you will never use the car. At the moment we are undergoing kind of change of our infrastructure. So we want to make it now leaner, smarter, faster and suitable for the different needs, both citizens and military.
By attracting the foreign investment to the Baltic countries, to the particularly Baltic capitals, we are creating the workplaces, mainly for offices, also shopping centers, in Norway also for residential purposes. In general, this whole area is being regenerated and we like to call it as a Riga Central Business District. The street junction actually has been fully financed only by Linstow Baltic as a present to Riga city for improvement of the entire area and way improved access for all the people who are using both bicycles, walking and driving cars.
We have a very strong affinity to Vilnius, so when we sold the business, the EKI business, we felt that we should do something more than just build boxes in the new districts. So the intent was really to restore the original 18th century structure and fabric of this complex. I think people in Vilnius are proud of it, and I think we're proud of it too.
Our shareholders from US, I think, contribute a lot, especially to this one, keeping whole business media environment in the region on very, very high level. That's recognized by many actually international institutions on one of the reasons why democracy is so strong in our region is because of very highly independent and transparent media. We bought out Maison from Lithuanian government. We acquired Balticom business in Latvia and quite many more. We have been investing in many areas, a lot of infrastructural investment into new technologies throughout these countries. Throughout these years, I would say it will be close to €500 million.
We started to develop renewable projects in the Baltics. And what we did differently, we went to big landowners, we agreed with them to do joint venture projects. We started something new, and that new was index-based development, producing electricity or energy closer to the consumer is all the time more resilient than producing it so that you produce it in a big power plant near, for example, the Russian border.
The merger of the Estonian, Latvian and Lithuanian central securities depositories into one entity, Nasdaq CSD, now serves as a model for others.
especially as Europe pursues a true savings and investment union. By helping people to understand how investing works, we can empower them to make better choices and take an active role in this economic growth and prosperity.
We provide an opportunity to our investors, which are mostly Baltic pension funds, to invest some of their money also locally in the Baltics, helping these companies with capital in case they need to expand their facilities or factories, helping these companies with strategic guidance, given that we are actively involved in also managing and supporting these businesses, sometimes helping the businesses with finding stronger management teams in order to globalize their operations. And this is actually one of the key investment successes that we see is if our portfolio companies during our holding period really manage to internationalize their operations.
When you think about startup, then startup is about changing business models, changing technologies, changing the way consumers use all kind of applications in Estonia. Over the last 20 years, startup companies have raised more than 5 billion and less than 10% has been invested by local investors. So actually it's 4.5 billion international capital that's been invested in Estonian startups. 20 years ago, we had young startup companies, and when companies grow, they hired talents from abroad, like C-level people, CEO, CFO, CMOs, you name it. Right now, what we see, we hire local talents because Wise here, or Bolt, or Skype, or Cesonets in Lithuania, Printify in Latvia, we've grown international C-level talent. So talent, economic contribution and innovation. These are three key figures of startup success.
We are investing into our own defense forces to be capable to repel the possible aggression. We are helping Ukraine to defend itself, but also to defend Europe. I'm personally calling it a proactive defense, because we know who's our enemy is. We need to work daily to make this enemy weaker. Through helping Ukraine, we are doing that. So 900 companies during the last 3 years have taken part and have been recognized through this process. I'm super happy that Sorainen has taken as a leading role in that project, front runner somehow even. They have taken national defense as their part of their culture.
We believe that the boldest stories are built together. For 30 years, Sorainen has been proud to be part of the shared journey. Thank you for trusting us. The best chapters are still ahead.